AP3 Lavish, AP3 Lavish, AP3 Lavish, let's go, AP3 Lavish Fitness.
You are who you choose to be.
Welcome back to the AP3 Lavish Fitness Podcast, where we combine science-backed strategies, yes, with the touch of luxury to help you live your healthiest, most vibrant life. I'm your host, Ian, and today, we're diving into a topic that's near and dear to my heart: longevity. Whether you're 40, 60, or 80, we all want to live a longer, healthier, and better life. But the question is, how do we actually do that? Well, stick with me, because in this episode, we will break down the science behind longevity. Longevity, longevity. Covering everything from exercise to nutrition to cutting edge wellness strategies, all right? Let's get it started. So, the first topic we're going to go over is the exercise prescription for longevity, okay? You see, strength training is your number one tool against aging. You see, after 30, we start to lose muscle mass unless we train to keep it. So, strength training helps prevent sarcopenia, osteoporosis, and metabolic slowdowns, all right? So strength training is very important. The second thing is cardio. The right type matters. So zone 2 cardio, aka moderate intensity exercise, this boosts your mitochondrial, okay? Your mitochondrial function. While high intensity burst keeps your heart health in check, okay? Number 3 is mobility and flexibility. Longevity isn't just about living longer, but it's about moving better, okay? A stiff body ages faster than a flexible one. I say it again. A stiff body ages faster than a flexible one, okay? Gotta keep that blood pumping, all right? Think yoga, dynamic stretching, and joint health exercises. Very good for mobility and flexibility. So you may ask, how much is enough? Well, science shows that 150 minutes of moderate cardio plus 2 to 3 strength sessions per week is optimal for longevity. So that's your answer for that, you know? And so the second thing we're going to discuss is the nutrition for longevity, okay? A deep dive into the blue zones. So let's talk about blue zones, okay? So you know those magical places on the planet where people just keep going and going and going and going, but they do it with a smile on their face, a healthy heart, and usually a glass of wine in the hand. These regions are Okinawa, Japan, Sardinia, Italy, Icaria, Greece, Nicoya Peninsula, Costa Rica, and Loma Linda, California, okay? So, and I know I'm probably, some of those names, city names, I probably didn't say correctly, but oh well. So now, before we dive in, you might be thinking, wait, are these people really living longer? Well, or are they just really good at hiding their age? Well, it turns out it's not just good skincare, which is very vital, very critical, and very important living in this planet. Because all the chemicals we're surrounded by and all the chemicals that's in the food that contributes to you breaking out, okay? So These regions have some common dietary habits, and if you're wondering if you can eat like them and still have a decent shot at living forever, their answer is, kind of. So we're going to start with Okinawa, Japan. The power of plant-based diet, okay? So Okinawans live to 100, like it's just another Tuesday, and here's the kicker. They're not doing it with a ton of expensive superfoods or kale smoothies that taste like dirt. Ugh. They're doing it with good old sweet potatoes, okay? Their diet is 80% plant-based, which might sound like a tough sell if you kind of think of a person, or if you're a person who thinks plant-based means tastes like cardboard. Ugh, who wants to eat cardboard, or who wants to eat something that tastes like cardboard, all right? But hear me out. Sweet potatoes, tofu, and seaweed, yes, seaweed are the stars of their meals. Sweet potatoes are packed with fiber and antioxidants, which is basically, the equivalent of sending your body a thank you note for being so resilient. Soy-based foods like tofu and miso have heart-healthy compounds, all right? And they make sure your bones are breaking every time you try to get up from the couch. And there's seaweed. Seaweed isn't just for sushi, okay? It's like how can I say this? It's like the multivitamin of the ocean. Seaweed is, okay? It's full of iodine and minerals that helps your thyroid functions properly, okay? And don't forget about the green tea and turmeric. They may seem trendy, but the Okinawans have been drinking them for centuries, okay? Long before they became the go-to for your local Instagram influencer. So if you're thinking, but I love steak. I love my steak, and I love my steak sauce. Well, don't worry. I'm not saying you need to become an Okinawan overnight, but it's worth considering adding some of these foods to your diet, okay? So you can still have your steak and still eat like a centenarian. Just maybe have a little tofu on the side, okay? The next country we're going to discuss is Italy. The city Sardinia, Italy. Sardinia, Italy, the Mediterranean longevity diet, okay? Sardinia, where the food is as rich as the history and the men live longer than most of us expect to, which is honestly might be a side effect of all the fine wine they're drinking. Sardinians have one of the highest rates of male longevity, okay? So I got to say this, it's probably the wine, but this is important. It's the right kind of wine. The Cayenne. This red wine has up to 3 times the polyphenols than most other wines. Probably not saying that right, but oh well. So yes, pour yourself a glass and thank your heart later, okay? But you have to realize, guys, it's not all about the wine and grapes, okay? Because I know that's what people think of when they think of Italy. You see, their diet features plenty of whole grains, legumes, and healthy fats. So let's start with the whole grains. Let's break this down section by section, piece by piece. And let's unravel the Rubik's Cube to all this. Number 1, whole grains. Like broccoli and farro give you steady energy, okay? And they got pretty good sense of humor about it. Okay, whole grains. Next, the legumes, like chickpeas and beans, are packed with protein and fiber. It can help you avoid the midday slump where you need a nap just to get through your emails. Okay? And a third is the olive oil. The Mediterranean's MVP is used generously in cooking. It's full of healthy fats and it has been linked to lowering rates of heart disease, okay? So, whole grains, legumes, and olive oil. You want to puzzle these pieces together to enhance your longevity, okay? So the key takeaway of all this, of that, is if you want to eat like a Sardinian, go for a Mediterranean style diet. Healthy fats, legumes, and whole grains. You can't go wrong with it. It gives you justice. It does you no wrong. Also feel free to sip on some red wine. What's that one song? Red wine. Red wine. I think it's like some Caribbean singer that sings that song. Red wine. I think that's a song. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I think it's a song. The third country, Greece. City Nicoya, Greece. The island where people forget to die. Yes. Icarians, the people from the island that's nicknamed the island where people forget to legitimately die, okay? Take their food seriously, but don't expect any crazy detox cleanses, okay? What they do is simple and delicious, okay? Their diet is full of wild greens like dandelion and fennel, which sounds like something you might find in a salad bar, but really is just packed with nutrients. These greens are high in polyphenols, the secret weapon to fight inflammation and keeps your heart happy, okay? And of course, there's olive oil again. But are you seeing the pattern here? And don't forget about their love for herbal teas, rosemary, sage, and oregano, whose anti-inflammatory benefits can help lower your blood pressure. Yes, lower your blood pressure and keep your mind sharp. You see, they also indulge in affordable fresh foods and aren't concerned with counting calories, unlike America. There's no pressure to restrict, you know. They focus on eating fresh and local, which frankly sounds like a good life strategy. You get what I mean? So that's very luxurious of them. So here's a fun fact. You see, the people in Nicoya take daily naps, okay? They take daily naps. You see, life is all about balance. That's what you guys got to realize. Life is all about balance. So if you've been feeling guilty about the afternoon siesta, just know that the key to living longer might be putting down your laptop and catching up on some sleep. So yes, a nap. If you can fit in a nap through your day, it will help you out tremendously. Okay. So if you want to eat like an Icarian, load up on wild greens, herbal teas, and olive oil. And yes, take a nap while you're at it, okay? The next country we're going to discuss is Costa Rica. I always wanted to go to Costa Rica. I plan on going there one day. You know, I got a thing for Hispanic culture, you know, their food. But anyway, the city Nicoya, Costa Rica, eating for longevity and gut health. You see, in Nicoya, the food is simple but effective, all right? Their diet revolves around corn tortillas, black beans, and squash. And if you're like me, well, you're probably thinking this sounds like a solid meal any day of the week. You see, the Nicoyans eat foods rich in fiber, all right, guys, which is great for digestion and it helps keep your gut microbiome balanced. Trust me, your intestines will thank you. And you know, there's tropical fruits like papaya. Oh, I love papaya. And bananas aren't just tasty there. They're packed with antioxidants and natural enzymes that support gut health and immune function, okay? And while they eat meat over there, it's in moderation, all right? Often as a side dish to beans and veggies. And see, they prioritize plant-based options and keep their portions in check, okay? The Nicoyans show us the importance of fiber in a balanced diet with healthy fats in a tropical fruit diet. It's added to the mix, okay? And remember, portion control is key. Very important, very vital, very critical. So, now that we talked about, now that I gave you guys an insight on some of the other countries or how they took their how they take their diet seriously. You know, Okinawa, Japan, Sardinia, Italy, Akira, Greece, Nicoya Peninsula, Costa Rica, and Loma Linda, California. You know, these people, you know, they have a very, very they have a good reputation of taking their life very seriously when it comes to like eating very clean, okay? And trust me, there's not too many. I believe it's California, certain parts of California and Florida where things can just grow naturally. So in America, you know, everything has been altered in America, okay? So let's talk about sleep and stress. Yes, the underrated longevity factors. Sleep is your body's number one recovery tool, okay? Poor sleep accelerates aging, increases inflammation, and raises the risk of chronic disease. You see, optimizing your sleep quality, here's what you want to do. You want to stick to a consistent sleep schedule, okay? You want to reduce blue light exposure at night and create a dark, cool sleep environment, okay? Get rid of the lava lamps. Just create a dark, cool sleep environment, okay? The stress longevity connection. Chronic stress shortens telomeres. The protective caps on DNA linked to aging, all right? So if you want to manage your stress effectively, breath work and meditation is key. This could lower the cortisol also. Exercise as a stress reliever. Laughter and social time, which directly reduces stress hormones, are all good to manage stress, okay? Because stress comes with the territory living in this life, okay? This life is very chaotic. So you have to keep your stress levels in check at all times. Again, breath work and meditation, exercise out of stress. Exercise is a great stress reliever. And, you know, laughter and social time, okay? You know, talking to those you love, spending times with those you love who give off great energy and makes your day better is very critical, okay? And let's go into the cutting edge, okay? Longevity science. Peptides, NAD plus therapy, and longevity supplements. What's real versus the hype, okay? So, stem cell therapy and regenerative medicine, early research shows potential for tissue repair. Wearable technology and biomarker tracking using devices like Oura Rings, CGMs, and HRV monitors to track health in real time, okay? The balance between foundational habits and advanced interventions, okay? The technology of it. And so, yeah, all that can benefit you to the highest degree, okay? And so, I want to mention another thing. The power of mindset and social health, okay? I think this is the most important thing I'm going to say in this whole podcast. You see, the brain is the most powerful place in this world, okay? The brain is a powerful place. The role of mindset is longevity, okay? Your mindset can play a significant role in how you age. Studies shows that with a positive outlook on life tend to live longer. I say that again. Studies shows that those with a positive outlook on life tend to live longer. There are people in this world who are dirt poor, but maybe they look at life in a positive outlook, you know? Maybe they're just happy, you know? The people around them, maybe they don't ask for too much in life. It all boils down to the mindset. Like, again, the brain is a powerful place, okay? And as I always say, everything in this world is temporary. It's temporary. Everything in this world is temporary. What matters most, what values most, is real life connections and people who have who people look out for your well-being. You get what I mean? Like, love itself, like real love, true love, it's priceless, okay? You can't put a price on that. So, yes. You see, the people who have positive outlooks on life, they tend to live longer. They have a better immune function, lower stress levels, and overall more energy. You see how powerful the brain is? Practicing gratitude and focusing on the positives in life can help you rewire your brain for longevity. Let's talk about social connections and why it's so essential, okay? You see, strong relationships, whether they're with family, friends, or a supportive community, are linked to a longer and healthier life. People in blue zones often live in tight-knit communities with a strong sense of purpose and belonging. Having regular social interactions lowers stress, boosts happiness, and provides emotional support when needed, okay? It also helps you keep the brain active and engaged at all times. Very important, okay? And so let's talk about the importance of purpose. Purpose. In life, you got to have purpose. You see, people with a clear sense of purpose tend to live longer and have a better health outcome, whether it's your family, your work, or your community. Having a reason to get up in the morning has a big impact on longevity, okay, guys? Reflect on what drives you in life and make sure you're nurturing it to those. Make sure you're nurturing those passions and connections to the fullest, okay? And, just like I said in the previous podcast, don't take your life serious, but don't take life too serious, okay? Don't get caught up doing one thing and now you're neglecting your social life. You get what I mean? Like, the people who really care about you. You don't want to be lonely in this world just chasing after materialistic earthly possessions. It's going to lead you down to a rabbit hole of emptiness in the long run, okay? So that wraps up today's episode. I truly hope you guys found some critical information in this episode, okay? Just know that in life, everything is about timing, everything is about choices, and everything is about sacrifices, okay? And you just have to take everything with a grain of salt, all right? We covered a lot of ground, from the science behind longevity, the exercise and nutrition strategies that can help you live a longer, healthier life, to the role of mindset and social connections. And it's clear that living longer it's not about one thing, okay? It's about creating a holistic, well-balanced lifestyle that prioritizes health, community, and purpose, all right? So I hope you're walking away with a few new insights and practical tips that you can start implementing today. Remember, longevity isn't about the number of years we live, okay? It's about the quality of those years. So let's start living with intention, taking care of our bodies and nurturing those relationships that keep us grounded and energized, all right? If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe to the AP3 Lavish Fitness Podcast on YouTube, Spotify, and other streaming platforms coming to the internet, okay? Feel free to share this with a friend who could use a little information about longevity in their life, okay? I love to hear your thoughts, so please be sure to leave a comment or drop me a message on social media. All right? Until next time, take care of yourself, stay strong, and here's to many more years of health and happiness. Stay strong, stay fit, stay healthy, and always, stay lavish. God bless. See you in the next episode.